So now as you read, you notice that quickly God says the boy needs help. So God put Adam to sleep, took the rib from his body, and created what is called woman. Now, why there's a woo in front of the word man to describe this human being, I don't know. I thought about it and I thought about it. And the closest I can get to it is that God, after creating, saw her body and said, whoo, man. I don't know. Do you understand? I'm not sure. However, it isn't in the Bible. That part is not there. And there's nothing there that says that God saw that she was good, said she was good, and she was good. That isn't there either. We now, ladies and gentlemen, must take note of the simple fact that God then called these two over immediately. God had never called anything that God had created over. The dumbest things on the face of this earth, God never said anything to them. But God called these two over. Those of you with children, stay with me now. And God said for the first time the word don't. Here we have God creating everything and got to what God thought was the brightest. And now God is saying, don't. God, it's not in the Bible where God said to the fish, don't jump out of the water. Do you understand what I'm saying? God didn't have to say to the kitty cat, don't go in the ocean, you can't swim. Everything behaved. God didn't have to say to the mosquito, don't bite the armadillo. Everything worked except these two. So God called them over from their busy job of wandering around the garden, where they both didn't even know how to talk to each other yet. So God said, don't. They said, don't what? God said, eat the forbidden fruit. So they said, where is it? Stay with me now. Those of you with children, you can see it warming up. Because you've lived this too. So God said, it's over there, and don't eat it. So they said, right. I don't know where God went. I don't know if God had other things to do. Maybe God was concerned. The Bible will not tell me where God went when these two went over to the fruit. But we do know that they had time to themselves. And they eateth the fruit thereof, the forbidden fruit. God came back or woke up or whatever. I don't know what God was doing. The Bible won't say where God went or what God, but God missed that part there. Those of you with children, you understand how you can turn your head for a second. And God saw them eating the forbidden fruit thereof. And God called them over because God was angry. And God said, come here. Now, I don't know how many hears God had to say, because I know as a parent you can say a lot. Here, 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 here. Come over here. And they came over. And God said, didn't I tell you not to eat? Stay with me now, those of you with children, because it's in the Bible. Didn't I tell you not to eat the forbidden fruit? And they said, And God said, well, if you knew you weren't supposed to eat it, then why did you eat it? And they said, I don't know. Yes. So now, those of you with children, here we go. God said, get out. Does this sound familiar? On the way out, God said to them, go forth, become fruitful, and multiply. God was angry when God told them to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not a blessing. This was a punishment. And God watched them leave, and these two, because sex feels good, they became fruitful. And they had 2 fruits. Now, stay with me now. They had 2 boys. Now, let's say there's 4 people on earth. Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel. And one of the sons killed the other one. Now, he could have gone to Hawaii, but he had brain damage, you see. And that's where it comes from. These first 2 people on earth started that whole thing. That's where all the brain damage comes from. And we keep being fruitful and multiplying, and each time you multiply, you get a fruit with brain damage. And they all look like that. So when you feel that your children are not doing what you expect them to do, and you have put all your time and all your love into this, don't feel guilty about it. Because my feeling is, look, if God had trouble, what makes you think you're going to walk through this whole thing unscathed? When the brain damage is there.